On the morning of August 6, 2025, Ghana awoke to a devastating news that would shake the very foundations of its government. A military helicopter carrying some of the nation's most senior officials had crashed in the Ashanti region, claiming 8 precious lives in an instant. The Ghana Air Force Z9 helicopter had taken off from Accra, bound for Obuasi, a gold mining hub in the country's south, but it never reached its destination. Shortly after takeoff, the aircraft crashed, claiming 8 lives. Among those lost were 2 of Ghana's most respected cabinet ministers, whose dedication to public service had defined their careers and touched countless lives across the nation. Dr. Edward Kofi Omaneboama, Ghana's Minister of Defense, was a man whose life embodied the spirit of service to his country. He had previously served as Minister for Communications and as Deputy Minister for Sport and Youth under President John Dramani Mahama. Dr. Ibrahim Alhaji Murtala Mohammed served as Ghana's Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. The helicopter also carried other distinguished servants of Ghana, each representing a lifetime of dedication to the nation's progress. Alhaji Muhammad Munir Limuna served as Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator. Also, Dr. Samuel Sapon, former Central Regional Minister and Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress. The 3 brave crew members who perished alongside these distinguished passengers were the unsung heroes of public servants. Samuel Abuaji, former parliamentary candidate and military officer squadron leader, Bafemi Anala, flying officer Emenim Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. The delegation was traveling to Obuasi for a mission of critical national importance. The group was en route to address one of Ghana's most pressing challenges: illegal mining, known locally as galamsey. President John Mahama, who was meant to join the delegation later in Obuasi, instead found himself addressing a grieving nation. His spokesperson, Julius Deborah, delivered the heartbreaking confirmation that all 8 people aboard the helicopter had perished.
To announce the demise of the following persons in the tragic crash: Dr. Edward Kofi Omaneboama, Minister for Defense; Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, MP, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology; Alhaji Muniru Mohammed Lemonad, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator and former Minister for Food and Agriculture; Dr. Samuel Sapon, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress; and Mr. Samuel Abuaji, a former parliamentary candidate; Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Manin Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. And government extends our condolences and sympathies to the families of our comrades and the servicemen who died in service to the country.
The loss of 2 cabinet ministers simultaneously represents an unprecedented tragedy in Ghana's recent political history. Their deaths have created significant gaps in the government's leadership structure at a time when Ghana faces multiple challenges, from economic recovery to environmental protection, from security concerns to technological advancement. As investigators work to determine the cause of this crash, many questions remain unanswered. The Z9 helicopter, while not the newest aircraft in Ghana's fleet, has generally maintained a good safety record. Now, whether this tragedy resulted from mechanical failure, human error, weather conditions, or some other factor will require thorough investigation. The Ghana Armed Forces have pledged transparency in their investigation, recognizing that the nation deserves answers about how such a catastrophic loss of leadership occurred. International aviation experts may be consulted to ensure that no stone is left unturned in determining the cause and preventing similar tragedies in the future. As Ghana mourns these 8 lives, the nation also celebrates their contribution. Ghana mourns, but Ghana also remembers. And in remembering, the nation finds the strength to continue the work they began.